Hey there, I'm Lena, and today we're going to do a gentle sequence to ease you into your day. So this is a sequence that I practice in bed, but practicality, for practical reasons, I'm doing it on a yoga mat. So I invite you to do this in your bed before you, set about your day and your daily tasks. You can do this sitting in a chair. You can do this sat on the edge of your bed. So do what works for you. And firstly, what I want you to do, so if you are lying down, just making your way to a seated position, whatever works for you. So you can be sitting cross-legged, you can have your legs straight. And maybe just using your pillows to just prop yourself up. Perhaps you might have a wall behind you or the back of your bed. So I want you to just take a moment where you just simply pause. And just taking a moment to, perhaps you might want to express gratitude for another day. Perhaps you might want to thank yourself for showing up and giving yourself this time. And now let's take 3 breaths. So we're going to breathe through the nose and then take an exhale through the mouth. Doing that 3 times. If you prefer to simply be still and sit for a few more moments, then that's completely fine. Now if you're going with the breath, just allow yourself with each breath to just settle into your space. And now just taking your chin towards your chest and just pausing there for a few moments. And then inhaling, coming back to your neutral, inhaling your head back to its neutral space. And again, taking your head down. Raising your head back to neutral. And then turning your head to one side. So you might want to do this with your breath. You might simply want to engage in the movement alone. If you're doing this with your breath, I invite you to inhale and exhale through your nose now. And turning your head to the other side. Lovely. Coming back to neutral, coming back to facing front. And again, taking your head down. Taking your head, your chest, your chin towards your chest. And now we're going to move in a semicircle motion. So taking it from one side to the other. And just doing that a couple of times. Coming back to neutral. And here, just taking your gaze just gently upwards, not too far, not putting any strain on your neck, and then coming back to neutral. Okay, so raising the shoulders towards your ears and just exhale and letting them go. Raising your shoulders again and just letting go. This time extending your arms, taking your arms nice and wide, so shoulder height. Again, if that's available to you. And we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Taking it in both directions. Lovely. Let's push our hands away from us now. And pointing your fingers downwards towards the ground. Let's circle. Spreading your fingers and just taking it in both directions. Wonderful. Placing hands on shoulders. So the option here is to move both elbows towards each other and doing some complete shoulder rolls, taking it in both directions, or you can go halfway. So taking it from down, so bringing your arms up, and then taking it down. So this is about the mobility that's available to you and what feels right for you. If you want to do one shoulder at a time, then please feel free to. So I'm going to leave it to you to decide what works for you. And again, if you choose to move with your breath, inhaling as you bring your elbows towards each other, exhale as you take them away. So we're like opening the front and the back of the body. Remembering to move in both directions. Lovely, releasing for a moment. And then we're going to extend the arms to the side and taking them up skywards, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling. Interlacing your fingers, palms facing up. Lovely. Let's take it from side to side. Again, if it feels like too much tension, too much stress on your hands, then just place one hand on the opposite wrist, taking it from side to side. Let's come back to our neutral position, and then just lowering your hands. So you're just gazing at the back of your fingers now. And what we're going to do here is externally rotate the shoulders, so just opening the front line of your body. Lovely, releasing your hands and maybe just giving those shoulders a little bit of a release, or any other part of your body that feels like it needs it. You're going to take the arms nice and wide again, and this time placing your hands on your opposite shoulders. And let's just start to bring the body forward. So bring a bit of length into the spine. And let's inhale up, extending your arms. And we're going to just swap. So repeating the same action, but opposite your other arm on top of the other, as it were. And then let's bring it forwards again. Giving yourself a hug. And maybe you might want to just give a bit of attention to your shoulders, to your neck. Not too hard. Wonderful, release. And let's introduce a twist now. So here you have the option, your hand. I'm going with my left hand in front to begin with. So either in the centre, in front. And again, legs extended, so place that hand where it needs to be. Or you can place your hand on your opposite leg, knee. Taking your other hand behind you, and we're just taking it, twisting to the side. Holding for a few breaths. Wonderful, coming back to facing front, and then we're going to take it in the other direction. Wonderful. Lovely. And now we're going to just start to release the spine. So again, you can do this sitting in a chair. You can do this with your legs extended. This is all about the spine, all about the lower back. So if you decide to move with your breath, just maybe taking an inhale as you bring your body forwards, opening the front line of your body, pushing your sit bones away from you, taking an exhale as you round. So this you can also do on your knees, cat-cow. So releasing our spine, releasing our back. Allow your hands, just placing them wherever works for you. So it could be your ankle, shin. You could take it wide if you want to really open the front line of your body, like so. back to neutral. And let's start to bring a bit more movement into the upper body and the lower body as well. Just circling, moving with your breath. You can do this with your legs wide as well, if sitting cross-legged isn't available to you. And again, you can do this in a chair. So you just go with a movement that just feels like that. Essentially, just allowing your body to flow. Flowing with your breath. Now, if you were sitting cross-legged, what we're going to do is swap sides. So one side is always more dominant than the other. So swapping sides and then moving in the other direction. And so from here, let's just start to bring ourselves forward. So bring your hands in front of you. So it might be your fingertips, might be the palms of your hands, it might be your forearms, it might be your head. What you're doing is just taking a few moments here. Allow your head to completely relax, especially if you hold tension in your neck, your shoulders, then just really just allow. Wherever you hold tension, just allow, just try and let go. And again, just taking a few breaths here. Padding your hands back towards you. And let's give the legs and the feet some attention now. So perhaps your legs might be extended. And let's release. Let's flex and point the feet here. So again, you might be sitting against your bed. You might want to use cushion. Go with what works for you. As I said, this was really nice just doing it in my bed before I got on with my day. And I'm about just allowing the body to just move. Just give some movement to the body. Doesn't have to be complicated as far as I'm concerned. The body just needs to move. So flexing, pointing, circling, spreading those toes. Now just allowing your feet to fall out to the side. You might experience a nice stretch in the inside of the legs. And then bringing your toes together, big toes together, experiencing maybe a stretch on the outside edge of the legs. Wonderful. And we're going to give the legs a little massage as well. Perhaps you might find yourself moving into a forward fold here. So this is, as I said, just about mindful movement. So let's just give the legs some attention. Now, our lifestyles can leave our legs just feeling pretty tight at times. Lots of sitting, even those healthier pursuits like cycling and running. Walking even can leave the body feeling quite tight. So just focusing on those areas as you move your hands around the back of your legs. Maybe the front of your legs needs attention as well. Your knees, whatever part of your body needs attention. So just a gentle massage, really connecting with our sense of touch. Don't forget your feet, that's available to you, and then just extending your legs again. Let's bend one knee, so bringing that leg, your knee towards your chest. Lovely, let's take that leg, extending that leg, so stretching that leg in again, just bringing movement into that foot, circling in both directions. Just using your hands as a support if you need to. Lovely, and let's release. Let's inhale the other leg towards the chest again, and maybe just giving yourself a bit of hug, so just creating a slight tension there as you give yourself a hug, and then extending that leg away from you. So your leg might be low, it might be higher. Lovely. And releasing. Let's go back to the other leg. So bending your other leg, your first leg. So maybe for me it's my right leg. And then just placing it on the extended leg. Really nice hip opener here. So here you're kind of aiming to keep your spine just nice and long. You can just take a few breaths here. So again, it's up to you. Your foot might be lower. It might be higher. Taking a few breaths. And then from here, if you wish to, you can bend your leg, your extended leg, bending it. So it's taking, this is a really nice release for the hips. And let's just move from side to side. So taking it from side to side. A few breaths. Moving mindfully and purposefully. Shifting from side to side. Let's come back to neutral and releasing that leg. Extending both legs for a moment. And let's repeat the same on the other side. Placing your foot, placing your leg wherever it lands, and then just taking a few breaths here. Or just simply being still. Maybe noticing how your hips feel. What your hip feels in this position. And then bending that leg. So in this position again, you're just aiming to keep your spine nice and long. You might be sitting back, but you're keeping that spine nice and long. Lovely, and again, bringing some movement as we move from side to side. So now both your feet, both feet on the mat, so legs are still bent. And then what we're going to do is just take it from side to side. Again, nice for the hips. And this time just allowing your knees to land on one side, and then you're going to just lengthen. Just lying, just allowing your body to come forwards and just taking a moment there. So a gentle twist, but again, just bringing some movement into the whole of the body, the spine, as you allow yourself to just land. And let's inhale, up. And let's take it to the other side. So just allowing your legs to land, and then just allowing your body again to release forwards. Making your way back to seated. So before you go about your day, I want you to just take a moment to just scan your body. Moving mindfully throughout the whole of your body, noticing how you feel. And taking a moment to think about an intention. How would you like your day to be? What do you intend? What's your intention for the rest of your day? So take a moment to ponder that before you get into the busyness that is often our life. Take a moment. Take a breath. And perhaps taking another moment just to thank you. Thank yourself. Express gratitude for yourself for just showing up and giving yourself this time. Placing one hand on your belly, the other hand on your heart space. And here, perhaps you might take a moment to connect with your breath, with the rise and the fall. As you inhale and you exhale, simply breathing.